affordability, accessibility, and availability. These are your three choices when shopping from a card store or selling as a card store. So my name's Elias. I'm the owner of BulbaCards. We've been a card shop for going on 7 years now. We break about 7 figures per year, which isn't crazy, but good amount of experience, so I have a lot I can say here. I also own other businesses as well. I own a martial arts business, and I also help with my wife's soap business as well. So this is a common thing in almost any business, is those three things: affordability, availability, and accessibility. Okay, so I want to discuss each one, but first, don't forget we have a Black Bull and White Flare ETB giveaway going on. All you have to do is subscribe and comment down below, basically anything, and that enters you in for a chance to win. And then a few days after release, depending on when I can get a video up, we'll announce the winner in the video, and then you can contact us on Instagram or the website to claim your ETB. And we'll give away one of each ETB. So this is something that's on my mind lately. We haven't done a discussion video like this in a while. I'm sure you guys have noticed if you watch the channel a lot. The videos have kind of slowed down a bit. My wife just went back to work. So now I'm having to babysit a little more often, a full day. Where before she was helping out so I could get time with the daughter, but also get filming done, do the card shop, do the martial arts business. I have a lot of things going on. Well, she's back at work now, but then I also had 2 employees leave last week. One just, he was only part-time, a dad helping out in classes, but he got a job, had to move. Other guy, he works another job, and it just too much, right? He does power line work 12 hours a day, but then also has a side business on Saturdays. So he got overwhelmed, so he had to back out. So now I'm back at the gym 6 days a week to cover classes until we can get that help again. And it takes about 300 hours to get someone certified to help teach. So I'm a little swamped right now, so you're going to see these videos probably slow down to once or twice a week right now versus where we were doing 3 to 4 a week. So if you see some videos slow down, that's why. So we're going to do a lot more discussion videos like this. But today I want to talk about affordability, accessibility, and availability. So at BulbaCards, at our card shop that we sell at, we focus on affordability, right? Affordability means the price is good price, right? You don't feel like you're breaking the bank every time you want to buy a pack, buy a booster box, etc., right? When you shop, you feel like it's a deal, okay? Now, there's certain things we can do this with and certain things we can't do this with. This is why at release we sell at MSRP, because we can do that. After release, a lot of times we have to take a bunch of extra product with a restock. And then when that product comes with, like, for instance, we got a restock of Prismatic the other day, booster bundles. If I have to take nano blocks, Dragon Shield sleeves, random toys, and a bunch of different items, I can't quite combine the items together and make one listing to sell that off. Where, let's say I get the Prismatic booster bundles, but then I'd have to take a bunch of Battle Academies, right? I'll just bundle the the Prismatic booster bundles with the Battle Academies and keep it at MSRP if you combine the two, right? That's a win-win for both people, but when you get a bunch of different items like that, not doable. So we try and stay affordable, right, at MSRP at release so people can pick up the product. People love that. Now, this goes to accessibility. Accessibility means at any point you can hop on the website and order, okay? Let's give an example of a website that's not accessible. That would be like a membership-based website, okay? Think Rudy from Alpha Investment. He is not accessible. So you can't just hop on there and buy whenever you want. He is membership-based tier. Every once in a while, he'll turn off membership so you can't join. When that happens, you cannot get product. Even if it's cheap, and there's plenty of it, right? It's not accessible, okay? You see this with some local card shops. They will put some on the website, but they keep most of it for their local customers, okay? So that would be accessibility. And then we have affordability. That one's self-explanatory. It simply means is it in stock, right? If you sell at a low price, it's very hard to keep things in stock all the time. That's probably our biggest negative for our shop, right? I'm not dogging our own shop. Our shop's fantastic. We will get you product fast. We will get it to you at affordable prices. However, when everyone can go on the website and order, when everyone can afford it because it's 3 times less than everyone else, it doesn't stay in stock for long periods. That's the biggest complaint we get. I literally just got an email the other day. Someone said that they were actually a grandmother buying from a kid, and I should be ashamed of myself because I'm just a scammer trying to get people's email information, because a week and a half after we did the sales for Black Bolt and White Flare, she couldn't get any. Well, they sold out in 3 minutes, right? And then apparently the way the email system works, it doesn't just send them all out at once. It sends them in batches. So some people may not get it right away. They get it 5 minutes later, 10 minutes later. I had someone actually tell me their husband got the email like right away and was able to order, but they didn't get their email till like 10 minutes later. I can't control that. All I can do is click the send button and make sure everyone gets it. I am looking at some alternatives that will hopefully fix that, like MailChimp versus Wix. We'll see how that goes. But their complaint was, well, I can't get on your website and order. I'm like, I'm sorry, we sold out in 3 minutes. Here, I got a buddy who has a site. Here's a link. He has them on his website. They told me, well, I don't want to order from there. Theirs is so expensive. Yeah. That's why it's in stock, okay? So that's kind of the caveat. And that's what we're talking about today. You can have affordability. You can have accessibility, but you cannot have availability. Or you can have availability, accessibility, but not affordability. You can have affordability, availability, but not accessibility. So anytime you're building a business, or as a customer when you're looking, it's basically these three things. You can pick two, but you cannot have all three. All three is nearly impossible to pull off, right? If it's cheaper than everywhere else, it's in stock, and anyone can get it, it's not going to last, okay? One of those have to give for a business, I should say a business to be sustainable, but for a product to be sustainable, okay? So let's look at all three and how do all three interact with one another, okay? So let's give a scenario for a card store. It is affordable, okay, and it is available. Now, you will see this more at local card shops. For instance, we have this at our local gym, right? I don't know, MMA and Jiu-Jitsu gym. People say, oh, MMA and Jiu-Jitsu gyms are now selling Pokemon cards. Not true. Technically, we were a card shop before a gym. We actually sold off half of our inventory a few years back when we massively grew during the COVID period to build the gym and open it up. During the boom times, Pokemon's very profitable. When it's not boom times, it's not. Gym is very profitable. When I do private lessons, I make $100 an hour, right, doing one-on-one private lessons. So I can either, when things are down, make $1 per booster box, get scammed, lose money, or I can go teach a private. So we ended up selling off half of the inventory and doing that. This is why we got so big and suddenly receded, because we didn't replenish our inventory. So there at the gym, we sell English booster packs at $3 a pack. That's simply to get products to our students, right? The whole reason I started the card shop was the gym I worked at in Illinois. Kids couldn't get it, so I opened up a card shop to help them get it, right? So I guess technically the gym was first. But that was like 7 years ago. That was way before any boom and everyone could get a distributor, okay? So I've been doing this for a while. Not as a full shop, but I've been interacting with distributors and stuff like that for a while. So it's affordable for them. We have it in stock, but you have to be a member at our gym. You can't be in California trying to order from us, right? You can't just walk in the store and be like, oh, give me a pack. Like, nope, you have to be a member. If you just walk in, you want to buy a pack, it's market rate, okay? So that's an example of affordability and availability, okay? And you see that a lot of local LGSs. They won't sell it online. They'll keep it for the store. But then you also could do accessibility and affordability. So you could also do accessibility and affordability, okay? That's what we do on the online card shop. With the online card shop, BulbaCards.com, you can have anyone go on the website and order, and it can be at MSRP pricing. But we saw that what happened when I put up pre-orders for Black and White. Sold out in 3 minutes, right? This time I just set my phone down because I didn't want to mess with it. But when Destin Rivals, when we put pre-orders for that, my phone literally overheated and shut off because of how many notifications I was getting. So that's how crazy it is when you make it accessible for everybody and you have a good price, right? People are just going to buy it to resell it. I can't control that. I wish I could tell you, hey, that all these people are open it. All I can do is put limits. All I can do is put a coupon code through the email to make sure not anyone can go to the website, only our members. But I only have so much control over that. Then the last option we have, you could do accessibility and availability, okay? That's usually where you see stores with market pricing, right? It's always in stock. Anyone can order, but the price is going to be much, much higher, okay? This is what most stores do. It's simply because they need product on their shelves, right? So you're going to see the price be a little inflated. But what do you want? Do you want to be able to walk into any store and pick it up? If so, it's probably not going to be affordable. If you want it affordable and you want to be able to get it, you're probably going to have to hunt around for stock and inventory. That's simply the nature of the beast that we live in. I wish we could have a perfect world where everything's affordable, accessible, and available, okay? But we can't, okay? That's just the nature of the beast. Now, don't think I'm just on here being like, hey, you people get over it. I hate you all. No, I love you guys. You guys support me. You help my family out. You put food on our table. And I can't thank you guys enough for that. But that's simply the reality of it. And it's not that I want one or the other. Because, again, I can do MSRP, get some pats on the back. But people still yell and cuss me out because they're like, oh, you're sold out all the time. What do you want? Well, I want you to have MSRP and always have it in stock. Okay. It's a little harder than it is. So if I threw up like a membership base, oh, you got to pay $10 a month to be able to buy this stuff and you can't cancel like Rudy does, people would yell at me for that. People want a perfect world, but we don't live in that, okay? So this isn't me telling you guys to get over it. It's simply the truth, right? So take a step back and ask yourself, which one do you value the most? When I was younger, I valued affordability and accessibility over everything else, okay? I didn't have money. I had time. So I was willing to go do whatever. You see this with people who go stand in GameStop parking lots for 8 hours at night to get a product. They have more time than they do money. So they are willing to wait to get that item. As I'm older now and I got a baby, I have 3 businesses, I got the YouTube, I value time over money. So I see a lot of people like, man, I'm standing in line for 8 hours to get this product so I don't have to pay an extra $8, right, for Prismatic. It's like, dude, you could just work an additional 2 hours at your job and just buy it on TCG Player, right? But maybe their job doesn't allow that extra overtime, so they value the time more, right? So they value the money more. I value my time more at this point in my life. So I'm willing to shove out a few extra bucks so I don't have to waste my time going store to store to store to find a price. It's like, I'd rather just get it in my hand. For instance, Walmart. I don't go grocery shopping anymore. I simply do the Walmart deliveries now, right? That amount of time it takes me is worth that $10 delivery fee and that extra $10 in tips for them to come drop it off at my front door, right? Because I would spend 4 or 5 hours walking around the store to get stuff. This way, I get exactly what I want, exactly when I want it, and I can go work and do the other things or spend time with my baby during that time. So, put down in the comment section down below, what do you value most? Affordability, accessibility, and availability. And which one of those 3 are you willing to sacrifice for the other 2? Okay? It's not a perfect world. I wish it was, but this is a little bit of my rant for the day. It's been on my mind. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Even though we're going to be slowing down videos for a few weeks until we get caught up at the gym, check out some of our older videos. A lot of fun. We got comparison videos where we have booster boxes versus booster boxes. We got typing videos. We also got some comedy videos. So check all those out. Let me know what you guys like when you check out those videos and comment so I know what videos to focus more on in this time restrictive part of my life so I can get you guys the best videos possible.